Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Player Society production of The Princess Bride. My name is Mary Kate. I am the director of this wonderful production. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank you all for being here. I also want to take the time to thank my wonderful cast and production team. I wouldn't have been able to do this without them. This show is rather unconventional, and I know that some people have struggled to get here, but so if you put in the effort, I really appreciate it. These are difficult times, which bring unusual circumstances, especially for a theater club. For those of you who don't know, the show was supposed to be live on stage in April of 2019. Obviously, this didn't happen, but I wasn't going to let anything stop the show from happening. Besides the show being postponed, we had to figure out how to go about doing the show online. I wanted to keep the charm of live theater, so most of what you see tonight will be being performed live over Zoom, as I am live right now. Some of the parts of the show were just not possible to do in this format, so you will also see some pre-recorded videos throughout. So thank you again for supporting us, and if you like what you see tonight, consider donating to our club to support us in making more productions like this in the future. Information on how to do this and more can be found in the description. There is a program link, and you can also find the link on the Facebook. Without further ado, please enjoy The Princess Bride.
Hi, sweetie. Are you feeling any better?
A little bit.
Guess what?
What?
Your grandfather's here.
Mom, can't you tell him I'm sick?
You are sick. That's why he's here.
He's gonna pinch my cheek. I hate that.
Maybe he won't.
Hey, how's the sickie? Come here.
I think I'll leave you two pals alone.
I brought you a special present.
What is it?
Here, open it up.
A book?
That's right. When I was your age, television was called books. And this is a special book. This is the book that my father used to read to me when I was sick, and I used to read it to your father. And tonight, I'm going to read it to you.
Has it got any sports in it?
Are you kidding? Fencing, fighting, torture, revenge, giants, monsters, true loves, miracles, the works.
Doesn't sound too bad. I'll try and stay awake.
Oh, thank you. Your vote of confidence is overwhelming. All right. Now, The Princess Bride by S. Morgenstern. Buttercup was raised on a small farm in the city of Florida. Apologies, country of Florida. Her favorite activities were riding her horse and tormenting the farm boy who lived there. His name was Wesley, but she never called him that. Isn't that a wonderful beginning?
Yeah, it's really good.
Nothing gave Buttercup as much pleasure as ordering Wesley around.
Fine, boy. Polish my horse's saddle. Want to see my face shining in it by morning.
As you wish.
As you wish, was all he ever said to her.
Fine, boy. Fill this with water. Please.
As you wish.
That day, she was amazed to discover that when he was saying, as you wish, what he meant was, I love you. And even more amazing was the day she realized she truly loved him back.
Fine, boy. Fetch me that pitcher.
As you wish.
All right, hold it. What is this? Are you trying to trick me? Where's the sports? Is this a kissing book?
Wait, just wait.
When does it get good?
Keep your shirt on, let me read. Wesley had no money for marriage, so he packed his few belongings and journeyed across the sea to seek his fortune. It was a very emotional time for Buttercup.
I don't believe this.
I fear I'll never see you again.
Of course you will.
What if something happens to you?
Hear this now. I will always come for you.
But how can you be so sure?
This is true love. You think this happens every day?
Wesley didn't reach his destination. His ship was attacked by the dread pirate robbers, who never left captives alive. When Buttercup got the news that Wesley was murdered,
Murdered by pirates is good.
she went into her room and shut the door. And for days, she neither slept nor ate.
I will never love again.
Five years later, the main square of Florence City was filled as never before to hear the announcement of the great Prince Humperdinck's bride-to-be.
My people! A month from now, our country... A month from now, our country will have its 500th anniversary. On that sundown, I shall marry a lady who was once a commoner, like yourselves. But perhaps you will not find her common now. Would you like to meet her? Yeah! My people, the Princess Buttercup.
Yeah! Oh, woo! Oh, wow.
Buttercup's emptiness consumed her. Although the law of the land gave Humperdinck the right to choose his bride, she did not love him. Despite Humperdinck's reassurance that she would grow to love him, the only joy she found was in her daily ride.
A word, my lady? We are but poor lost circus performers. Is there a village nearby?
There is nothing nearby. Not for miles.
Then there'll be no one to hear you scream.
What is that you're ripping?
It's fabric from the uniform of an army officer of Gilder.
Who's Gilder?
The country across the sea, the sworn enemy of Florence. Go. Once the horse reaches the castle, the fabric will make the prince suspect that the Gildarians have abducted his love. Once he finds your body dead on the Gilder frontier, suspicions will be totally confirmed.
You never said anything about killing anyone.
I've hired you to help me start a war. It's a prestigious line of work with a long and glorious tradition.
I just don't think it's right killing an innocent girl.
Am I going mad? Or did the word think escape your lips? You were not hired for your brains, you hippopotamic landmass.
I agree with Fezzik.
Oh, the sot has spoken. What happens to her is truly none of your concern. I will kill her. And remember this. Never forget this. When you were so slobbering drunk, you couldn't buy brandy. And you, friendless, hopeless. Do you want me to send you back to where you were? Unemployed in Greenland?
That Vicini can fuss.
Fuss. Fuss. I think he likes to scream at us.
Probably he means no harm.
He's a little short on charm.
Oh, you've a great gift for rhyme.
I guess some of the time.
Enough of that.
Fezzik, are there rocks ahead?
Oh, if there are, we'll all be dead.
No more rhymes now, I mean it.
Anyone want a peanut?
Gah! We'll reach the cliffs by dawn. Why are you doing that?
Making sure nobody's following us.
That would be inconceivable.
Despite what you think, you will be caught. And when you are, the prince will see you all hanged.
Of all the necks on this boat, Highness, the one you should be worrying about is your own. Stop doing that. We can all relax now. It's almost over.
You're sure nobody's following us?
As I said, that would be absolutely, totally, and in all other ways, inconceivable. No one in Gilder knows what we've done, and no one in Florin could have gotten here so fast. Curiosity, why do you ask?
No reason. It's just only I happened to look behind us, and something is there.
What?
There.
It probably a local fisherman out for a pleasure cruise through eel-infested waters. Go in, go after her.
I don't swim.
I only dog paddle.
Go! Veer left. 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 Do you know what that sound is, Highness? Those are the shrieking eels. If you doubt me, just wait. They always grow louder when they're about to feed on human flesh. You swim back now, I promise. No harm will come to you. I doubt you'll get such an offer from the eels.
She doesn't get eaten by the eels at this time.
What?
I'm explaining to you because you look nervous.
Oh, well, I wasn't nervous. Okay, maybe I was a little bit concerned, but that's not the same thing.
Because we can stop now if you want. If you're
No,
not interested.
no. You can read a little more if you want. I'm cool.
Right.
Do you know what that sound is, Highness? Those are the shrieking eels.
We're past that, Grandpa. You read it already.
Oh my goodness, we did. I'm sorry. Let's see. She was in the water. The eel was coming after her. She was frightened. The eel started a charge, and then
Put her down. Just put her down.
I think he's getting closer.
He's no concern of ours. Sail on. Suppose you think you're brave.
Only compared to some.
Look, he's right on top of us. I wonder if he's using the same wind we were using.
Whoever he is, he's too late. See? The cliff of insanity! We're safe. Only Fezzik is strong enough to go up our way. He'll have to sail around for hours till he finds a harbor.
He's climbing the rope, and he's gaining on us.
Inconceivable. Faster!
I thought I was going faster.
You were supposed to be this colossus. You were this great legendary thing, and yet he gains.
Well, I'm carrying 3 people, and he's got only himself.
I do not accept excuses. I'm just gonna have to find myself a new giant, that's all.
Don't say that, Vicini, please.
Did I make it clear that your job is at stake?
He's got very good arms.
He didn't fall? Inconceivable.
You keep using that word. I do not think it means what you think it means. My God, he's climbing.
Whoever he is, he's obviously seen this with the princess and must therefore die. You carry her. We'll head straight for the Gilded Frontier. Catch up when he's dead. If he falls, fine. If not, the sword.
I want to duel him left-handed.
You know what a hurry we're in.
It is the only way I can be satisfied. If I use my right, over too quickly.
Fine, have it your way.
Now you be careful. Men in masks cannot be trusted.
I'm waiting!
Hello there. Slow going?
Look, I don't mean to be rude, but this is not as easy as it seems, so I'd appreciate it if you wouldn't distract me.
Sorry.
Thank you.
I do not suppose you could speed things up.
If you're in such a hurry, you could lower a rope or a tree branch or find something useful to do.
I could do that. In fact, I happen to have some rope up here. But I do not think that you will accept my help, since I'm only waiting around to kill you.
That does put a damper on our relationship.
But I promise, I will not kill you till you reach the top.
That's very comforting, but I'm afraid you'll just have to wait.
I hate waiting. I could give you my word as a Spaniard.
No good. I've known too many Spaniards.
You don't know any way you'll trust me?
Nothing comes to mind.
I swear on the soul of my father, Domingo Montoya, you will reach the top alive.
Throw me the rope. Thank you.
We will wait until you're ready.
Again, thank you.
I do not mean to pry, but you don't by any chance happen to have 6 fingers on your right hand?
You always begin conversation this way.
My father was slaughtered by a 6-fingered man. He was a great sword maker, my father. And when the 6-fingered man arrived and requested a special sword, my father took the job. He slaved a year before he was done.
I've never seen its equal.
The 6-fingered man returned and demanded it, but at 1/10 his promised price. My father refused. Without a word, the 6-fingered man slashed my father through the heart. I love my father, so naturally challenged his murderer to a duel. I failed. The 6-fingered man did leave me alive, but he gave me these.
How old were you?
I was 11 years old. When I was strong enough, I dedicated my life to the study of fencing. So the next time we meet, I will not fail. I will go up to the 6-fingered man and say, "Hello, my name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die."
You've done nothing but study swordplay?
More pursuit than study lately. You see, I cannot find him. It's been 20 years now. I'm starting to lose confidence. I just work for Vicini to pay the bills. There's not a lot of money in revenge.
Well, I certainly hope you find him someday.
You are ready, then?
Whether I am or not, you've been more than fair.
You seem a decent fellow. I hate to kill you.
You seem a decent fellow. I hate to die.
Begin. You're using Bonetti's defense against me, eh?
I thought it fitting, considering the rocky terrain.
Naturally. You expect me to attack with Capoferro.
Naturally. But I find Tybalt cancels out Capoferro, don't you?
Unless the enemy has studied his Agrippa. Which I have. You are wonderful.
Thank you. I've worked hard to become so.
I admit it. You're better than I am.
Then why are you smiling?
Because I know something that you do not know.
What is that?
I am not left-handed.
You're amazing.
I ought to be after 20 years.
There's something I ought to tell you.
Tell me.
I am not left-handed either.
Who are you?
No one of consequence.
I must know.
Get used to disappointment.
Okay. Kill me quickly.
I would as soon destroy a stained glass window as an artist like yourself. However, since I can't have you following me around either, please understand, I hold you in the highest respect.
He's alive? Inconceivable. Give it to me. Catch up with us quickly.
What do I do?
Finish him your way.
Oh, my way. Thank you. Thank you, Vicini. Which way is my way?
Pick up one of those rocks, get behind the boulder. In a few minutes, the man in black will be coming around the bend. The minute his head is in view, hit it with the rock!
My way is not very sportsmanlike. I did that on purpose. I did not have to miss.
I believe you. So, what happens now?
Well, we handle this as God intended. Sportsmanlike. No tricks, no weapons, just skill against skill alone.
You mean you'll put down your rock and I'll put down my sword and we'll try to kill each other like civilized people?
Kill you now.
Frankly, I think the odds are slightly in your favor at hand fighting.
It's not my fault I'm the biggest and the strongest. I hardly even exercise.
Are you just fiddling around with me, or what?
I just want you to feel like you're doing well. I hate for people to die embarrassed. Oh, you're quick.
And a good thing, too.
Why do you wear that mask? Were you burned by acid or something like that?
Oh, no, it's just that they're terribly comfortable. I think everyone will be wearing them in the future.
I just realized why you give me so much trouble.
And why's that, do you think?
Well, you see, normally I'm battling small groups of people, just local charities and all that kind of thing.
Why should that make such a difference?
Well, you use a different battle technique when you're fighting half a dozen people than when you just have to fight one.
I do not envy the headache you will have when you awake. But, in the meanwhile, rest well and dream of large, beautiful women.
There was a mighty duel. It ranged all over. They were both masters.
Who won? How did it end?
The loser ran off alone. The winner followed those footprints toward Gilda.
Shall we track them both?
The loser is nothing. Only the princess matters. Clearly, this was all planned by warriors of Gilda. We must be ready for whatever lies ahead. Sword!
Could this be a trap?
I always think everything could be a trap, which is why I'm still alive.
So, it is down to you, and it is down to me. If you wish her dead, by all means, keep moving forward.
Let me explain.
There's nothing to explain. You're trying to kidnap what I've rightfully stolen.
Perhaps an arrangement can be reached.
There will be no arrangement, and you're killing her.
But if there can be no arrangement, then we are at an impasse.
I'm afraid so. I can't compete with you physically, and you're no match for my brains.
You're that smart.
Let me put it this way. You ever hear of Plato, Aristotle, Socrates?
Yes.
Morons.
Really? In that case, I challenge you to a battle of wits.
For the princess? To the death? I accept.
Good. Then pour the wine. Inhale this, but do not touch.
I smell nothing.
What you do not smell is called iocane powder. It is odorless, tasteless, dissolves instantly in liquid, and is among the more deadlier poisons known to man. All right. Where is the poison? The battle of wits has begun. It ends when you decide, and we both drink, and we find out who is right and who is dead.
But it's so simple. All I have to do is divine what I know of you. Are you the type of person to put the poison into his own goblet or his enemies? Now, a clever man would put the poison into his own goblet because only a great fool would reach for what he was given. I am not a great fool. so I can clearly not choose the wine in front of you. But you must have known I was not a great fool. You would have counted on it, so I can clearly not choose the wine in front of me.
You've made your decision then.
Not remotely, because iocane comes from Australia. And as everybody knows, Australia is entirely populated with criminals. And criminals are used to people not trusting them as you are not trusted by me. So I can clearly not choose the wine in front of you.
Truly, you have a dizzying intellect.
Wait till I get going. Where was I?
Australia.
Yes, Australia. And you must have suspected I would have known the powder's origins, so I can clearly not choose the wine in front of me.
You're just stalling now.
You'd like to think that, wouldn't you? You've beaten my giant, which means you must be exceptionally strong. So you could have put the poison into your own goblet, trusting on your strength to save you. But you've also beaten my Spaniard, which means you must have studied. And in studying, you must have learned that man is mortal, so you would have put the poison as far away from yourself as possible.
You're trying to trick me into giving away something. It won't work.
It has worked. I know where the poison is.
Then make your choice.
I will. And I choose. What in the world is that thing?
What? Where? I don't see anything.
Really? Oh, it could have. No matter.
What's so funny?
I'll tell you in a minute. First, let's drink. Me from my glass and you from yours.
You guessed wrong.
You only think I guessed wrong. That's what's so funny. I switched glasses when you backwards turned. You fool. You fell victim to one of the classic blunders. The most famous is, of course, never get involved in a land war in Asia. But only slightly less well known is this. Never get in against a Sicilian when death is on the line. Oh, dear.
Who are you?
I am no one to be trifled with. That is all you ever need know.
To think, all that time, it's your cup that was poisoned.
They were both poisoned. I spent the last few years building up an immunity to iocane powder.
Iocane, I bet my life on it. And they're the princess's footprints. She is alive, or was an hour ago. If she is otherwise when I find her, I shall be very put out.
At your breath, we will then descend into the ravine and through the fire swamp.
If you'll release me, whatever you ask for ransom, you'll get it. I promise you.
Oh, what is that worth? The promise of someone like you? You're very funny, Your Highness.
I was giving you a chance. No matter where you take me, there's no greater hunter than Prince Humperdinck. He could track a falcon on a cloudy day. He can find you.
You think your dearest love will save you?
I never said he was my dearest love. And yes, he will save me. That I know.
You admit to me that you do not love your fiancé?
He knows I do not love him.
Are not capable of love is what you mean.
I have loved more deeply than a killer like yourself could ever dream.
That was a warning, Highness. For where I come from, there are penalties when someone lies.
I know who you are. Your cruelty reveals everything. The dread pirate Roberts. Admit it.
With pride. What can I do for you?
You can die slowly, cut into 1,000 pieces.
Hardly complimentary, Your Highness. Why loose your venom on me?
You killed my love.
It's possible. I kill a lot of people. Who was this love of yours? Another prince like this one? Ugly, rich, and scabby?
No! A farm boy. Poor. Poor and perfect. With eyes like the sea after a storm. On the high seas, your ship attacked. And the dread pirate Roberts never takes prisoners.
I can't afford to make exceptions. Once word leaks out that a pirate has gone soft, people begin to disobey you, and then it's nothing but work, work, work all the time.
You mock my pain!
Life is pain, Highness. Anyone who says differently is selling something. I remember this farm boy of yours, I think. This would be, what, 5 years ago? Does it bother you to hear?
Nothing you can say will upset me.
He died well. That should please you. No bribe attempts or blubbering. He simply said, please. Please, I need to live. It was the please that caught my memory. I asked him what was so important he had to live for. True love, he replied, and then he spoke of a girl of surpassing beauty and faithfulness. I can only assume he meant you. You should bless me for destroying him before he found out what you really are.
And what am I?
Faithfulness. Your enduring faithfulness, madam. Now tell me truly, when you found out he was gone, did you get engaged to your prince that same hour, or did you wait a whole week out of respect for the dead?
You mocked me once! Never do it again! I died that day! You could die too, for all I care.
As you wish.
My sweet Wesley, what have I done?
Disappeared. He must have seen us closing in, which might account for his panicking in error. Unless I'm wrong, and I am never wrong, they are headed dead into the fire swamp.
Can you move at all?
Move? You're alive. If you want, I can fly.
I told you I would always come for you. Why didn't you wait for me?
Well, you were dead.
Death cannot stop true love. All it can do is delay it for a while.
I will never doubt again.
There will never be a need.
Oh, no, no, please.
What? What is it?
They're kissing again. Do we have to read the kissing parts?
You know, someday, you may not mind so much.
Let's get to the fire swamp. That sounded good.
You're sick. I'll humor you. Okay. Where were we? Yes. There we are. Buttercup and Wesley raced along the ravine floor.
Your pig fiance is too late. A few more steps, and we'll be safe in the fire swamp.
We'll never survive.
Nonsense. You're only saying that because no one ever has. That's not that bad. I'm not saying I'd like to build a summer home here, but the trees are actually quite lovely.
My dress, Wesley, the flames caught my dress!
Well now, that was an adventure. Singed a bit, were you?
You...
Well, one thing I will say, the fire swamp certainly does keep you on your toes. This will all soon be but a happy memory, because Robert's ship Revenge is anchored at the far end. And I, as you know, am Roberts.
But how is that possible, since he's been marauding 20 years, and you only left me 5 years ago?
I myself am often surprised at life's little quirks. You see, what I told you before about saying please was true. It intrigued Roberts, as did my descriptions of your beauty. Finally, he decided something. He said, "All right, Wesley, I've never had a valet. You can try it for tonight. I'll most likely kill you in the morning." 3 years he said that. "Good night, Wesley. Good work. Rest well. I'll most likely kill you in the morning." It was a fine time for me. I was learning to fence, to fight, anything anyone would teach me. And Roberts and I eventually became friends. And then it happened.
What? Go on.
Oh, well, Roberts had grown so rich he wanted to retire. So he took me back to his cabin and told me his secret. "I am not the Dread Pirate Roberts," he said. "My name is Ryan. I inherited this ship from the previous Dread Pirate Roberts, just as you will inherit it from me. The man I inherited it from was named Cummerbund. The real Roberts had been retired 10 years and living like a king in Patagonia." Then he explained, the name was the important thing for inspiring the necessary fear. You see, no one would surrender to the Dread Pirate Wesley. So we sailed ashore, took on an entirely new crew, and he stayed aboard for a while as first mate, all the while calling me Roberts. Once the crew believed, he left the ship, and I have been Roberts ever since. Except, now that we're together, I shall retire and hand the name over to someone else. Is everything clear to you? Lightning sand. Interesting.
We'll never succeed. We might as well die here.
No, we've already succeeded. I mean, what are the 3 terrors of the fire swamp? 1, the flame spurts. No problem. There's a popping sound preceding each. We can avoid that. 2, the lightning sand. But you were clever enough to discover what that looks like. So, in the future, we can avoid that too.
Wesley, what about the RUSs?
The rodents of unusual size?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they exist.
Oh, hello. Who could it be? A tiny mouse? Oh no, it's me. I'm a rat of unusual size. My proportions are quite appalling to the eyes. Oh, can't you see? It's your unlucky day, because you crossed my path, and now it's time to play my favorite game. Is cat and mouse, do you get it? Because I am a rat. But when you're big like me, I am the one who gets to pounce. When my mother first had me, my father did say, "That's a rat of unusual size." On that day, all of the others, so little, so small, they all look to me, so big and so tall. A word to the foolish, a word to the wise. I am a rodent of unusual turrets of unusual size. Our proportions are truly haunting to the eyes. Oh, can you see? It's your unlucky day because you crossed my path, and now it's time to pay on rent.
I stand corrected.
We did it.
Now, was that so terrible?
Surrender!
You mean you wish to surrender to me? Very well, I accept.
I give you full marks for bravery. Don't make yourself a fool.
Ah, but how will you capture us? We know the secrets of the fire swamp. We can live there quite happily for some time, so whenever you feel like dying, feel free to visit.
I tell you once again, surrender!
It will not happen.
For the last time, surrender!
Death first!
Will you promise not to hurt him?
What was that?
What was that?
If we return with you and surrender, will you promise not to hurt this man?
May I live 1,000 years and never hunt again.
He is a sailor on the pirate ship Revenge. Promise to return him to his ship.
I swear it will be done. Once we're out of sight, take him back to Florin and throw him in the pit of despair.
I swear it will be done. I thought you were dead once, and it almost destroyed me. Could not bear it if you died again. Not while I could save you.
Come, sir. We must get you to your ship.
We are men of action. Lies do not become us.
Well spoken, sir. What is it?
Ah, you have 6 fingers on your right hand. Someone was looking for you. Where am I?
Pits of despair. Think about
Don't even think about trying to escape. The chains are far too thick. And don't dream of being rescued either. The only way in is secret, knowing the Prince of Count and I know how to get in and out.
Then I'm here till I die?
Until they kill you, yeah.
Then why bother curing me?
The Prince and the Count always insist on everyone being broken before they're killed.
So, it's to be torture. I can cope with torture. You don't believe me.
You survived the fire swamp. You must be very brave, but nobody withstands the machine.
She's been like that ever since the fire swamp. It's my father's failing health that's upsetting her.
Of course.
The king died that very night, and before the following dawn, Buttercup and Humperdinck were married. And at noon, she met her subjects again, this time as their queen.
My father's final words were...
Wait, Grandpa, hold on. You read that wrong. See, she doesn't marry Humperdinck, she marries Wesley. I'm just sure of it. I mean, after all that Wesley did for her, if she didn't marry him, it wouldn't be fair, right?
Well, who says life is fair? Where's that written? Life isn't always fair.
I'm telling you, you're messing up the story. Now get it right.
You want me to go on with this?
Yes.
Okay. No more interruptions. At noon, she met her subjects again, this time as their queen.
My father's final words were, love her as I loved her, and there will be joy. I present to you your queen, Queen Buttercup.
Boo! Boo! Boo!
Why do you do this?
Because you had love in your hands and you gave it up.
But they would have killed Wesley if I hadn't done it.
Your true love lives, yet you marry another. True love saved her in the fire swamp, and she treated like garbage. And that's what she is, the queen of refuse. So bow down to her if you want. Bow down to the queen of slime, the queen of filth, the queen of putrescence. Ah. Boo! Boo! Rubbish! Filth! Slime! Muck! Boo! Boo! Ah!
It was 10 days to the wedding. The king still lived, but Buttercup's nightmares were growing steadily worse.
See, didn't I tell you she would never marry that rotten Humperdinck?
Yes, you're very smart. Now shut up.
It comes to this. I love Wesley. I always have. I know now I always will. If you tell me I must marry you in 10 days, please believe I will be dead by morning.
I can never cause you grief. Consider our wedding off. You, returned this Wesley to his ship?
Yes.
Then we will simply alert him. Beloved, are you certain he still wants you? After all, it was you who did the leaving in the fire swamp. Not to mention that pirates are not known to be men of their word.
My Wesley will always come for me.
I suggest a deal. You write 4 copies of a letter. I'll send my 4 fastest ships, one in each direction. The dread pirate Roberts is always close to Florin this time of year. We'll run up the white flag and deliver your message. If Wesley wants you, bless you both. If not, please consider me an alternative to suicide. Are we agreed?
Your princess is really a winning creature. A trifle simple, perhaps, but her appeal is undeniable.
Oh, I know. The people are quite taken with her. It's odd, but when I hired Vizini to have her murdered on our engagement day, I thought that was clever. But it's going to be so much more moving when I strangle her on our wedding night. Once Gilder is blamed, the nation will be truly outraged. They'll demand we go to war.
Oh, now, where is that secret knot? It's impossible to find. Ah, found it. Are you coming into the pit? Wesley's got his strength back. Wesley's got his strength back. I'm starting him on the machine tonight.
Tyrone, you know how much I love watching you work, but I've got my country's 500th anniversary to plan, my wedding to arrange, my wife to murder, and Gilder to frame for it. I'm swamped.
Get some rest. If you haven't got your strength, you haven't got anything. Beautiful, isn't it? Took me half a lifetime to invent it. I'm sure you've discovered my deep and abiding interest in pain. At present, I'm writing the definitive work on the subject. So I want you to be totally honest with me on how the machine makes you feel. This being our first try, I'll use the lowest setting. As you know, the concept of the suction pump is centuries old. Well, really, that's all this is. Except instead of sucking water, I'm sucking life. I've just sucked 1 year of your life away. I might one day go as high as 5, but I don't really know what that would do to you. So let's just start with what we have. What did this do to you? Tell me. And remember, this is for posterity, so do be honest. How do you feel? Interesting.
Yellen!
Sire?
As chief enforcer of all Florin, I trust you with this secret. Killers from Gilder have infiltrated the Thieves' Forest and are planning to murder my bride on our wedding night.
My spy network has heard no such news.
Any word from Wesley?
Too soon, my angel. Patience.
He will come for me.
Of course. She will not be murdered. On the day of the wedding, I want the Thieves' Forest emptied and every inhabitant arrested.
Many of the thieves will resist. My regular enforcers will be inadequate.
Form a brute squad then. I want the Thieves' Forest emptied before I wed.
It won't be easy, sire.
Try ruling the world sometime.
The day of the wedding arrived. The brute squad had their hands full carrying out Humperdinck's orders.
Is everybody out?
Almost. There's a Spaniard that's been giving us some trouble.
Will you give him some trouble? Move.
I am waiting for you, Vicini. You told me to go back to the beginning. So I have. This is where I am. This is where I will stay. I will not be moved.
How there?
I do not budge. Keep your hole there.
But the prince gave orders.
So did Vicini. When the job went wrong, you went back to the beginning. And this is where we got the job. So, it's the beginning. And I'm staying till Vicini comes.
You, brute, come here.
I am waiting for Vicini.
You surely are a meanie. Hello.
It's you.
True. You don't look so good. Oof, don't smell so good either.
And perhaps not. I feel fine.
Yeah?
Fezzik and Inigo were reunited. And as Fezzik nursed his inebriated friend back to health, he told Inigo of Vizini's death and the existence of Count Rugen, the six-fingered man. Concerning Inigo's lifelong search, he handled the news surprisingly well. Fezzik took great care in reviving Inigo.
That's enough. That's enough. Where is this Rugen so I may kill him?
He's with the prince in the castle, but it's guarded by 30 men.
How many could you handle?
I don't think more than 10.
That leaves 20 for me. At my best, I can never defeat that many. I need Vicini to plan. I have no gift for strategy.
But Vicini's dead.
No, not Vicini. I need the man in black.
What?
He bested you in strength, your greatness. He bested me in steel. He must have outthought Vicini. And the man who can do that can plan my castle's onslaught any day. Let's go!
Where?
To find the man in black, obviously.
But you don't know where he is.
Don't bother me with such trifles. After 20 years, at last my father's soul will be at peace. There will be blood tonight.
Rise and report.
The Thieves' Forest is emptied. 30 men guard the castle gate.
Double it. My princess must be safe.
The gate has but one key, and I carry that.
Ah, my dulcet darling. Tonight, we marry. Tomorrow morning, your men will escort us to Florin Channel, where every ship in my armada waits to accompany us on our honeymoon.
Every ship but your four fastest, do you mean? Every ship but the four you sent.
Yes! Yes, of course. Naturally, not those four.
Your Majesties.
You never sent the ships. Don't bother lying. It doesn't matter. Wesley will come for me anyway.
You're a silly girl.
Yes, I am a silly girl. For not having seen sooner that you were nothing but a coward with a heart full of fear.
I would not say such things if I were you.
Why not? You cannot hurt me. Wesley and I are joined by the bonds of love, and you cannot track that. Not with 1,000 bloodhounds. You cannot break it. Not with 1,000 swords. And when I say you are a coward, that is only because you are the slimiest weakling ever to crawl the earth.
I would not say such things if I were you!
You truly love each other, and so you may have been truly happy. Not one man in a century gets that chance, no matter what the storybooks say. So I think no man in a century will suffer as greatly as you will.
Not to 69!
Physic, listen! Did you hear? That is the sound of ultimate suffering. My heart made that sound when Rugen slaughtered my father. The man in black made it now.
The man in black?
His true love marries another tonight. So who else has cause for ultimate suffering? Excuse me. Pardon me. It's important. Physic, please.
Everybody move!
Thank you. Where is the man in black? You get there from this grove, yes? Physic, jog his memory.
Sorry, Inigo. I didn't mean to jog him so hard. Inigo?
Father, I have failed you for 20 years. Now, our misery can end. Somewhere close by is a man who can help us. I cannot find him alone. I need you to guide my sword. Please. Guide my sword.
Hey, look, a door. He's dead.
It is just not fair.
Wait, Grandpa. What did Fezzik mean he's dead? I mean, he didn't mean, like, dead. Wesley's only faking it, right?
You want me to read this or not?
Who gets Prince Humperdinck?
I don't understand.
Who kills Prince Humperdinck? At the end, somebody's got to do it. Is it Inigo? Who?
Nobody. Nobody kills him. He lives.
You mean he wins? Jesus, Grandpa, what did you even read me this thing for?
You know, you're very sick, and you're taking this story very seriously. I think we better stop now.
No, I'm okay. I'm okay. Just sit down, please.
Okay. All right. Now, where were we? Yes. In the pit of despair.
Well, we Montoyas have never taken defeat easily. Come along, Physic. Bring the body.
The body?
Have you any money?
I have a little.
I just hope it's enough for a miracle. That's all. Are you the miracle, Max, who worked for the king all those years?
The king's thinking son fired me. And thank you so much for bringing up such a painful memory. While you're at it, why don't you give me a nice paper cut and pour lemon juice in it? We're closed! Beat it all. Call the Brute Squad.
I'm on the Brute Squad.
You are the Brute Squad.
We need a miracle. It's very important.
Look, I'm retired. Besides, why would you want someone the king's thinking son fired? I might kill whoever you want me to miracle.
He's already dead.
He is, huh? I'll take a look. Bring him in. I've seen worse.
Sir. Sir.
Huh?
We're really in a terrible rush.
Don't rush me, Sonny. You rush a miracle man, you got rotten miracles. You got money?
65?
Should have never worked for so little. Except once. And that was a very noble cause.
This is noble, sir. His wife is crippled. His children are on the brink of starvation.
Are you a rotten liar?
I need him to help avenge my father, murdered these 20 years.
Your first one was better. Let's see, where's the bill? Oh, here it is. Okay. Probably owes your money, huh? Well, I'll ask him.
He's dead. He can't talk.
Woo, look who knows so much. What just so happens here that your friend is only mostly dead. There's a big difference between mostly dead and all dead. Please open his mouth. Now, with mostly dead, it's slightly alive. Now, with all dead, there's only one thing you can do with all dead.
What's that?
Go through their clothes and look for loose change. Okay, hey, hello in there. Hey, what's so important? What you got here that's worth living for?
True love, you heard him. You could not ask for a more noble cause than that.
Sonny, true love is the greatest thing in the world. Except for a nice MLT. Mutton lettuce and tomato sandwich. Mutton's nice and lean, tomatoes right, but so perky, I love it. But that's not what he said. He distinctly said, to play. But as we all know, to play means to bluff. So you're probably playing cards and he cheated and you stabbed him. You're like, oh crap, I stabbed the guy. What am I gonna do? I gotta go find someone to make it better. Get back, witch!
I'm not a witch, I'm your wife. But after what you just said, I'm not even sure I want to be that anymore.
You never had it so good.
True love. He said true love, Max. Oh, God.
Not another word, Valerie.
He's afraid. After Prince Humperdinck fired him, his confidence is shattered.
Why'd you say that name? You promised me you would never say that name.
Oh, what? Humperdinck? Ooh, Humperdinck, Humperdinck.
I'm not listening.
A life's expiring and you don't even have the decency to say why you won't help.
Nobody's hearing nothing.
Humperdinck, Humperdinck. Ooh.
But this is Buttercup's true love.
Humperdinck.
If you heal him, he will stop Humperdinck's wedding.
Humperdinck.
Shut up. Wait. I make him better. Humperdinck suffers?
Humiliations galore.
That is a noble cause. Give me the 65. I'm on the job.
That's a miracle pill.
The chocolate coating makes it go down easier. You have to wait for full potency, but you shouldn't go swimming for what?
An hour.
An hour?
Yeah, good hour.
Yeah, a good hour.
Thank you for everything.
Okay.
Bye-bye, boys.
Have fun storming the castle.
Think it'll work?
It would take a miracle. Bye.
Bye.
Nico, there's more than 30.
What's the difference? We've got him. Help me here. We'll have to force feed him the pill. Let's see.
Has it been 15 minutes?
We can't wait. The wedding's in half an hour, so we must strike in the hustle and bustle beforehand. Tilt his head back. Open his mouth. There you go.
How long do you think we'll have to wait before if we know the miracle works?
Your guess is as good as mine.
I'll beat you both apart. I'll take you both together.
Guess not very long.
Why won't my arms move?
You've been mostly dead all day.
We had Miracle Max make a pill to bring you back.
Who are you? Are we enemies? Why am I on this wall? Where's Buttercup?
Let me explain. No, there's too much. Let me sum up. Buttercup is marrying Humperdinck in a little less than half an hour. So all we have to do is get in, break up the wedding, steal the princess, make our escape, after I kill Count Rugen.
That doesn't leave much time for dilly-dallying.
You just wiggled your finger. That's wonderful.
I've always been a quick healer. What are our liabilities?
There is but one working castle gate, and it is guarded by 60 men.
And our assets?
Your brains, physics strength, my steel.
Well, that's it. Impossible. If I had a month to plan, maybe I could come up with something, but this.
You just shook your head. Doesn't that make you happy?
My brains, his steel, and your strength against 60 men, and you think a little head jiggle is supposed to make me happy? I mean, if only we had a wheelbarrow, that would be something.
Where did we put that wheelbarrow the albino had?
Over the albino, I think.
Well, why didn't you list that among our assets in the first place? What I wouldn't give for a fireproof cloak.
There, we cannot help you.
What would this do?
Where did you get that?
Miracle Max's. He said it fit me so well that I could keep it.
All right, come on, help me up. All right, thank you. Now, I'll need a sword eventually.
Why? You can't even lift one.
True, but that's hardly common knowledge, is it? Thank you. Now, there may be problems once we get inside.
I'll say. How do I find the Count? Once I do, how do I find you again? Once I find you again, how do we escape? I mean...
Don't pester him. He's had a hard day.
Right. Sorry.
Inigo?
What?
I hope we win.
You don't seem excited, my little muffin.
Should I be?
Brides often are, I'm told.
I do not marry tonight. My Wesley will save me.
Stand your ground, Ben. Stand your ground. Stand your ground.
I am the dread pirate Roberts. There will be no survivors.
Now?
Not yet.
My men are here, and I am here, but soon you will not be here.
Now?
Light 'em.
The dread pirate Roberts takes no survivors. All your worst nightmares are about to come true.
Marriage. Marriage is what brings us together today. Marriage. That blessed arrangement. That dream within a dream. When love will love will follow you forever. So, what shall your vow?
Skip to the end.
Have you the wing?
Here comes my Wesley now.
Your Wesley is dead. I killed him myself.
Why is there fear behind your eyes?
The dread pirate Roberts is here for your souls.
Stay where you are. I said stay where you are.
Give us the gate key.
I have no gate key.
Fezzik, tear his arms off.
Oh, you mean this gate key?
And do you, Princess Blotterka?
Man and wife. Say man and wife.
Man and wife.
Escort the bride to the honeymoon suite. I'll be there shortly.
He didn't come.
Kill the Dark One and the Giant, but leave the third for questioning.
Hello. My name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die.
Move.
Fezzik! I need you!
I can't leave him here alone.
He's getting away from me, Fezzik! Please! Fezzik!
I'll be right back.
Strange wedding.
Yes, very strange wedding. Come along.
Oh, goodness, what was that for?
Because you've always been so kind to me.
Oh.
And I won't be seeing you again since I'm killing myself once we reach the honeymoon suite.
Oh, that is just so nice. Honey, she kissed me. Woo!
Sorry, Father. I tried. I tried.
You must be that little Spanish brat I taught a lesson to all those years ago. You've been following me your whole life, only to fail now. I think that's the worst thing I've ever heard. How marvelous. still trying to win? You've got an overdeveloped sense of vengeance. It's going to get you into trouble someday.
Hello. My name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die. Hello. My name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die. Hello. My name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die.
Stop saying that!
Hello! My name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die. Offer me money.
Yes,
Power 2. Promise me that.
all that I have and more.
Offer me everything I ask for.
Anything you want.
I want my father back, you son of a bitch!
There's a shortage of perfect breasts in this world. 'Twould be a pity to damage yours.
Wesley. Wesley, darling. Wesley, why won't you hold me?
Gently!
At a time like this, that's all you can think to say? Gently?
Gently! Ah!
Oh, Wesley, will you ever forgive me?
What hideous sin have you committed lately?
I got married.
It never happened.
What?
It never happened.
No, I was there. This old man said man and wife.
Did you say I do?
Well, no, we sort of skipped that part.
And it didn't happen. If you didn't say it, you didn't do it. Wouldn't you agree, Your Highness?
A technicality that will shortly be remedied. But first things first. To the death!
No. To the pain.
I don't think I'm quite familiar with that phrase.
I'll explain. And I'll use small words so that you'll be sure to understand, you warthog-faced buffoon.
That may be the first time in my life a man has dared insult me.
It won't be the last. To the pain means the first thing you lose will be your feet at the ankles, then your hands at the wrists, next your nose.
And then my tongue, I suppose. I killed you too quickly the last time, a mistake I don't mean to duplicate tonight.
I wasn't finished. The next thing you lose will be your left eye, followed by your right.
And then my ears. I understand. Let's get on with it.
Wrong! Your ears you'll keep, and I'll tell you why. So that every shriek of every child at seeing your hideousness will be yours to cherish. Every babe that weeps at your approach, every woman who cries out, "Dear God, what is that thing?" will echo in your perfect ears. That is what to the pain means. It means I leave you in anguish, wallowing in freakish misery forever.
I think you're bluffing.
It's possible, pig. I might be bluffing. It's conceivable, you miserable vomitous mass, that I'm only lying here because I lack the strength to stand. Then again, perhaps I have the strength to stand after all. Drop your sword. Have a seat. Tie him up. Make it as tight as you'd like.
Where's Fezzik?
I thought he was with you.
No.
In that case,
help him.
Why does Wesley need helping?
Because he has no strength.
I knew it! I knew he was bluffing. I knew he was bluffing.
Shall I dispatch him for you?
Thank you, but no. Whatever happens to us, I want him to live a long life, alone with his cowardice.
Inigo? Inigo, where are you? Oh, there you are, Inigo. I saw the prince's stables, and there they were. 4 white horses, and I thought, well, there are 4 of us if we ever find the lady. Oh, hello, lady. So I decided to take them with me in case we ever bumped into each other. I guess we just did.
Fezzik, you did something right.
Don't worry. I won't let it go to my head.
You know, it's very strange. I've been in the revenge business so long. Now that it's over, I don't know what to do with the rest of my life.
Have you ever considered piracy? You'd make a wonderful Dread Pirate Roberts.
They rode to freedom. And as dawn arose, Wesley and Buttercup knew they were safe. A wave of love swept over them. And as they reached for each other,
What? What?
no, it's kissing again. You don't want to hear it.
I don't mind so much.
Okay. Since the invention of the kiss, there have been 5 kisses that were rated the most passionate, the most pure. This one left them all behind. The end.
Hey, Grandpa. Maybe you could come back tomorrow and read it to me again?
As you wish.
Do you know what that sound is?
3, 2, 1. One. Thank you so much for coming to the show tonight. It means so much to all of us here. And with that, have a good night, y'all.